So what I wanted to show you here today is two scans that we built in OptionsPlay to help you do exactly that. One, when you're following the bearish trend, meaning you think that the markets are going to continue moving lower, well, how can you find opportunities that um, give you a strong risk to reward for markets to continue lower? And then more importantly, where can you find bullish counter trend trades, meaning stocks that have sold off so heavily that they now actually become buying opportunities? Now, these are new scans that we recently just published into our OptionsPlay platform. What I want to spend is a few minutes here today walking you through it and taking some questions with regards to how to utilize these scans. So in your OptionsPlay platform, you have technical ideas here in the upper left-hand corner under ideas. Now, I encourage all of you that are using OptionsPlay to spend some time familiarizing yourself with the ideas section. There are lots of different ideas that we publish. We publish technical ideas, which are based on technical indicators. We publish cover call ideas, credit spreads ideas, short put ideas. These are all income focused scans where we effectively are looking for opportunities where you can generate the most income using those types of option selling strategies. But for today, what we're going to focus on is on the technical scans to help you navigate it. And we've recently made some changes to the technical scans to make it a lot simpler to navigate, a lot simpler and easier to use. So first thing what I like to do under technical scans is I like to sort based on relative strength. Because when I see a list of stocks, I like to know what are the strongest stocks and what are the weakest stocks. So the strength metric is one of the easier ways to go about doing that. So whenever you look at any watch list, you look at any list of trade ideas, I can sort it based on relative strength so that I can know kind of the weakest stocks are at the top, the strongest stocks are at the bottom. And then what we have here are a list of filters that you can filter your scans by. And what we have recently done is we've basically simplified our scans to scans that make more intuitive sense for most investors. We have bullish and bearish trend following trades, bullish and bearish counter trend trades, and then we have a couple of other scans that are in here. I have a CCI rally and bearish trend and a CCI dip and bullish trend. And those are ones that I recently covered in my trend following webinar. But it's a scan that I use that I have used in my trading in my last 18 years or so of trading. It's one of the scans that I've used predominantly in finding kind of some of the best trading setups. But these four scans we built to try to make it a lot easier for traders to navigate different ideas, right? There's lots of different ideas out there. There's lots of different ways that you can use technical indicators and parameters and to find ideas. But ultimately they all fall into one of these four categories. You're either trying to identify a trend and follow that trend, or you're trying to identify a trend that's coming to an end that you think is going to reverse in the opposite direction, right? All technical indicators all technical trading strategies, fall into one of these two categories, and you can either trade bullish or bearish, right? So when we're in a volatile bear market, you generally are looking at following a bearish trend if let's say you believe that trend is going to continue, or you might look at bullish counter trend because you believe markets are kind of near a bottom and it's now a buying opportunity. Okay, so like I said, given the market conditions that we're in right now, I don't necessarily believe that trend following a bear trade is the right trading setup. I think that if you are going to take a bearish trend following trade, you can, as a speculative trade, because maybe you're concerned that things can get worse. Or things can get worse, which is why you want to take a bearish trend following trade. But I certainly would keep my size relatively small on those trades at the moment, and then maybe focus more of your attention on some of the bullish counter trend trades. So let's just look at the bearish trend following trades. Right now, there are not many, but as you can see, as you can imagine, the reason for that is because there are not a lot of bearish stocks that have rallied enough to justify selling them just yet. So we'll keep an eye on this over the next few trading days for any opportunities that come up. But Ball Corp is an example of this, right? This is a stock that recently turned bearish in terms of trends, right? Declined from $70 to $60, rallied back up to 65. And that is your potential opportunity to seek a bearish exposure here um, in in Ball Corp, right? So the technical indicator is trying to identify for you stocks that have turned bearish, meaning, as you can see, this is a stock that broke some support, right? Broke some support around 65, turned bearish, rallied back up to 65, and maybe you're concerned that this stock will continue moving lower here. And if that is the case, this would be a good entry opportunity to take a bearish position in Ball Corp, right? And then you can always use the OptionsPlay platform to help you identify a bearish trading setup, whether that's buying a put option or a debit spread or even a credit spread. You want to sell that. You can easily structure that here in OptionsPlay without having to pull up an options chain. So our goal here at OptionsPlay is to help you identify trading setups through our technical scans in just a few seconds, and then more importantly, help you structure an options trade for that bearish view also in just a few seconds. So for example, if let's say you're taking a neutral to bearish view here on Ball Corp, you can use something like this credit vertical spread that's already been set up for you. The exact expiration date, strike price is all set up for you. You can analyze it based on the maximum risk and reward as to whether this suits you before you click on the trade button and execute this trade either into your broker's platform or into your TradeStation account directly from your OptionsPlay platform. You can also even paper trade these types of trades. So for example, if you want to create a portfolio for paper trading, you can do so. And you can simply add this this trade to a specific portfolio that you've created. So if let's say you want to track this September 2060 67.5 call vertical that you collected 72 cents on, you can click on add position, and this will now show up into your portfolio that you can try out in terms of tracking this specific position and see how it plays out over the next few weeks.